interesting news over the weekend. You're familiar with, I think they call it, the category is influencer boxing.
Yep.
It's the thing, Jake Paul, of course, became more famous than he's ever been.
Didn't Keemstar get a nice bump from it, too?
Keemstar started a promotion, so he's not boxing, but he has a promotion called Happy Punch, and they've done a few cards, KSI, Sam Hyde, people like that. Well, the one that YouTube pushes the hardest is Idubbz organization that he's got, Creator Clash.
Okay.
And Idubbz gets together a bunch of his friends on YouTube, and he has them fight for charity. The first one was a little controversial because I think Sam Hyde either was going to be in or Sam Hyde wanted to be in. Idubbz wouldn't let Sam Hyde do Creator Clash boxing because Idubbz went to do a documentary on Sam Hyde where he was going to try to make him look like kind of a reactionary.
Shit on him
kind of a reactionary right-wing asshole. He went there with an agenda. And Sam Hyde organized this elaborate prank to fuck with Idubbz, where he hired a woman to play his drug-addled girlfriend.
Which was beautiful.
He rented out a converted dentist office and just trashed the place to make it look like that's how they work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had guys in there pretending to be crypto experts and editors, and they had these fake brainstorming meetings, and Idubbz is like, what the fuck is going on? He took Idubbz to shoot guns, to box, all this other shit. So Sam Hyde is kind of looked at, like the first time you ever see Idubbz show remotely any interest in boxing at all is when Sam Hyde took him under a bridge to spar with him.
Jesus.
In this documentary. So
Did they play the fucking Rocky theme with that?
Well, Sam Hyde released... So Idubbz was not going to release it.
Right.
Because he looked like a fucking dick.
Yeah.
At the end of it, Sam Hyde goes, no, I was fucking with you this entire time. You really thought that was my girlfriend? He goes, that's an actress I hired for this thing. He goes, really? She doesn't do drugs? And he goes, no, she does hair and nails. He goes, I fucked her friend in art school once. What do you want from me? And then he tells him, he goes, you think that, he said, you think I work in a converted dentist's office? He said, Idubbz, I'm a millionaire. He's like, I don't do this shit. He rented slingshots, just all kinds of weird shit. So nobody had seen Idubbz box until Sam Hyde beat him up under a bridge. Well, then Idubbz has this crazy idea that he's going to do this Creator Clash last year.
Right.
And people go, well, I mean, Creator Clash, boxing, obviously is Sam Hyde going to be a part of it?
I mean, it's the second part of hopefully an eventual trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Hyde is this guy. I mean, after all.
I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
So Idubbz says, well, no, Sam Hyde's not going to be part of it. And actually, Sam Hyde was not the influence for Creator Clash. I've been interested in boxing and doing this for a long time.
Right.
I mean, it's just a coincidence that the only time you've ever seen me remotely express any kind of interest in pugilism
was around Sam Hyde.
When I was being sparred with under a bridge around trash and litter by Sam Hyde. So Sam then trains one of the fighters for Creator Clash, Harley from Epic Mealtime. Harley wins his fight by knockout. He's not allowed to mention Sam Hyde during the promotion. He's not allowed to thank Sam Hyde during
Oh, my God.
And they even asked him, they go, did Sam Hyde have something to do with this? He goes, in the ring, he had to call Sam Hyde one of his many nicknames, the Ghost of Kiev.
Okay.
He goes, I got to thank the Ghost of Kiev, blah, 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 blah. So now we fast forward to Creator Clash 2.
Okay.
In between there, Sam Hyde fought for Keemstar's promotion, beat I Am Thompson, called out Hassan Piker, and then retired from boxing. So we go to Creator Clash 2, which is coming up in 3 weeks. One of the guys they got, and I thought this was fun, was they got Froggy Fresh.
Okay.
Do you remember Froggy Fresh?
No.
Whole lot of gang shit.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's Froggy Fresh.
That's Froggy Fresh?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was his name. Oh, well, I want to see him fight.
A lot of people did. Froggy Fresh got jacked as fuck to do this boxing. I mean, he is just absolutely jacked. And he was going to fight Chris Raygun, who I remember Chris Raygun from like the 2014, 2015 kind of anti-SJW days. He was fucking Lacey Green for a while, the super fight. Like he was anti-woke guy, and she was a super feminist, and people are like, wow, they're fucking. That's weird and amazing. So Froggy Fresh is going to fight him. He signs up to fight him. Froggy Fresh is nervous about boxing. Who does he go to for training?
Sam Hyde.
Sam Hyde. So,
Seems like a good move.
He's undefeated. He's undefeated as a trainer, undefeated as a fighter in influencer boxing. So Froggy Fresh goes to train with Sam Hyde. It goes really well. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, after Froggy Fresh starts posting that he's training with Sam Hyde. Okay, this is where you guys are going to have to follow me because this is where it gets real Days of Our Lives-y and really retarded.
All right, well, you lay it out for him. I'm sorry. I'm having a MS thing I got to go deal with. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Froggy Fresh goes to train with Sam Hyde. I guess Idubbz' wife, Anissa, she has an OnlyFans. It's kind of been a source of mockery for Ian, for Idubbz, for a while now. People make fun of the fact that his wife/girlfriend has an OnlyFans, which, look, I'm not part of anyone's relationship. Whatever works for them, go ahead. Would I be okay with it? Probably not. Am I Idubbz? Clearly I am not. So, God bless him, Froggy Fresh makes some kind of OnlyFans joke. Now, I'm going to get killed for this part when we put this up later. The clip part of this. Where I can understand Idubbz being upset is that if you're putting someone on an event, you don't go after the promoter's wife. Even if it's a lighthearted joke, even if it's a little thing, if you're a fighter, it's probably not smart to say anything about the promoter's wife, especially the OnlyFans thing, which clearly he's sensitive about. We all have things we're sensitive about. He's sensitive about the fact that his wife does OnlyFans. He's caught in a lot of shit for it. Whatever. So then Froggy Fresh makes the OnlyFans joke. Idubbz' wife's mom, so Idubbz' mother-in-law, then jumps in on Twitter and starts calling Froggy Fresh an imp and says he needs to go. They got to get rid of this guy. He sucks. He's terrible, whatever. Froggy Fresh then tells Idubbz' mother-in-law to stay out of it. Tells Anissa, come get your mom. Nothing overtly horrible or awful. Froggy Fresh is just like, what the hell is this bitch coming in here talking to me for? I'm trying to promote a fight. Well, then 2 days ago, we get this tweet from Creator Clash. There has been a change in the lineup, and Froggy Fresh will no longer be fighting against Chris Ray Gunn. We will announce his replacement in the coming days. With just 3 weeks left, the countdown to Creator Clash 2 has begun. Now, right away, they turned off replies to this one because the replies to this were going to be terrible. I mean, you have to go to the quote tweets to see how bad it was. People were mad. People wanted to see Froggy Fresh. He was training with Sam Hyde. They wanted to see him win. People love this guy. And now all of a sudden you're kicking him out. And it's right after he trains with Sam Hyde and has some words with the promoter's mother-in-law on Twitter. It looks petty as shit. It looks really, really bad. But here's the thing. I don't think Idubbz gives a shit. Like, Idubbz banned Sam Hyde shit from the crowd during the last one. Idubbz has been very clear that he will have this event however he wants to have it, and everyone else will either get in line or get the fuck out. And I will say there is something about that part I respect. I mean, I love Sam Hyde. I love Froggy Fresh. But the fact that Idubbz is telling the internet, like, look.
My way or the highway. It's my show.
Fuck you. It's my show. If you don't like it, go ahead and cry on Twitter. I don't give a shit. Don't come to the event. The event, good or bad, right or wrong, will probably still do very well just like the last one.
Right.
This Froggy Fresh thing is not going to kill the event. I love it when people who already hate Idubbz, and I'm no big fan. He's really started to take himself very seriously. But when I don't like something, I just don't engage with it anymore.
I'm sorry. This is...
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm having trouble this morning. I might have to... I don't know. There's spasms in my back.
April, if you're still up, if you want to see if Johnny needs a hand here, maybe we can help him out. He's having a little bit of an issue today. Sorry about that, Johnny.
It's not your fault. I'm sorry I'm being a dick.
Well, you're not. You're certainly not being a dick. I mean, if you're.
I came to your house just to use your restroom.
No, well, now you're being a dick. He says he just came here to take a shit. Well, that's not very nice. All right. Well, we'll see if Johnny's doing a little bit better, and then hopefully he'll be able to join us the rest of the day. All right. At any rate, I'm losing them all. Corey wants to leave. Johnny's having spasms. Oh, my God. It's all going to hell. No, he'll be fine. So Idubbz is saying, like, hey, go fuck yourself. This is my event. If I don't like your face, you're out of here. There is something about that I can respect. You're the promoter. What's the point of doing things your way if you don't do them your way? What's the point of running things if you can't piss some people off and tell them to get lost if you do things the way you want to do them? Now, also, at the same time, I don't think Froggy Fresh did anything wrong. I don't think he did anything bad. He mentioned the OnlyFans thing. Okay, everybody mentions the OnlyFans thing. And, in a weird way, if you're Anissa, if you're Idubbz's wife, aren't you kind of embarrassed that he cut this guy loose for making the OnlyFans joke? I mean, if you're fine with the OnlyFans and you think it's empowering and you think it's great, then who gives a shit if somebody brings it up? And I'm sorry about my voice. I mean, we're both falling apart here. I'm squeaking. Johnny's having issues. Johnny's having MS spasms. I'm having a little bit of a hoarse voice. Obviously, I'm getting the worst of it. But if you're not ashamed of the... one good way to show that maybe you're a little ashamed of the OnlyFans thing is to kick a guy out for mentioning it. And as far as the mother-in-law thing, normally I would say that that's not okay, that that's not cool. But he didn't, like Froggy Fresh didn't say anything. She came at him and called him a little imp and said he should be out of there. And all he said was, Anissa, come get your mom. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I think Froggy Fresh should be allowed to fight. I think Idubbz and his wife are starting to look like quite the ghoulish, hellish couple. I think both of them are starting to look a little overbearing and not a lot of fun, to be honest. So Froggy Fresh gets kicked out. I don't know if the Sam Hyde thing had anything to do with it. I'm not sure. But when it comes to whether or not this will affect the event, I really don't think it will. I think that it'll still do really well. Because like that Sam Hyde thing, people on the internet like to do this thing where they go, oh, he's destroyed now, or oh, he's done. Nobody's ever done. Nobody's ever destroyed. It's just that's what you would like to see happen. It didn't happen. Look, I think Froggy Fresh should be allowed to fight. I'm on his side on this whole thing, but I don't think this is going to wreck the event. I don't think it's going to damage the event. I think Creator Clash 2 will still do insanely well. Most people don't give a shit. I just wish people could do business and this kind of shit wouldn't happen. I mean, if anything, this will probably sell more tickets. More people, a lot of people will read about this and go, I didn't even know Creator Clash 2 was happening. Team Froggy Fresh, I didn't think he did anything wrong, but at the same time, you start in with the promoter and you start in with the promoter's wife. If he would have talked shit about his opponent and that was it, he'd have been fine. But I think maybe the him training with Sam Hyde thing made some people at Creator Clash a little touchy, and then that put the wheels in motion. Just have Sam Hyde on the fucking event. All of this shit will go away. It'll all be over if you just put Sam Hyde on the damn thing. But they won't. I mean, shit gets personal sometimes, and then you can't reel it back in. Cantu Adrian says, damn, Hyde probably makes bank off training everyone for Creator Clash. I don't know if he charges. I don't think he charges guys. I think he just does that. I could be wrong. Turtle says, if you make an OnlyFans, you can't get embarrassed over it. I've dated and known a few sex workers. No shame in it. Right. If you've got one, you've got one. I mean, you can't do one and then go, but don't talk about it. And she promoted it too. Like, I think Idubbz did a whole video about how he's like not ashamed of it and how it's totally fine and you can say whatever you want and he doesn't care. I don't know. I think with this one, doing nothing was probably the prudent move, but thus, it's not going to help Idubbz' reputation as remarkably sensitive to, again, look like he's white knighting for his wife. I mean, I would get out of the boxing business personally. I would get out of a business that's predicated on people talking shit to hype their fights if this is the way you're going to act when people talk shit to hype their fights. But I don't know. If it does well, he's going to keep doing them. Return Trip says, Idubbz doesn't know how to work, brother. Speaking of knowing how to work, I saw a video, I retweeted it over the weekend, of Hulk Hogan wrestling in Japan back in the early 90s. The fucking Hulkster could go, dude. People like to say that the Hulkster wasn't a good wrestler, that Hulk Hogan, couldn't work. Oh, my God. I saw Hulk Hogan do an enziguri. The hell? Return Trip says, Aaron, you want to be famous enough to fight in these, don't you? You have no idea, Return Trip. You have no idea how bad I want to be in one of these. Oh, so bad. Shouting at Cloud says, Sam Hyde has royalty checks from TV. Does he? Do they have, did World Peace get enough episodes for him to get any kind of residuals? I don't know how it works. Balls and Wieners says, dating an OnlyFans girl is like eating Doritos in church. Everyone stares at you in disgust, but deep down they're all jealous. Salvatore says, only try-hard smart marks do the Hogan can't work gimmick. Look, I've been a Hulk Hogan mark my entire life. You're not going to see me shitting on him. Aaron says, no second mic this morning. If you're just joining us, Johnny's been having Johnny was here. Johnny's been having some MS-related issues. I think April might be asleep, so there's not much we can do at the moment. But if April's up, if she could see if Johnny's all right. Yeah, April, the tea sounds like a good idea, and if you could give Johnny a hand first. I mean, fuck my tea and all that shit. See if Johnny's okay, and then we'll see if he comes back this morning. Otherwise, you and I will have a little fun. Jake says, one day we'll see Aaron in the big ring. I hope so. I would love to do a creator clash or a happy punch. You know who I'd like to spar with? I think it would be a lot of fun to spar with Sam. Just to see where I'm at skills-wise, I watched his creator clash, or not creator clash, his happy punch fight that he did with I Am Thompson. And watching, it's so weird. Like, it's very difficult to watch boxing and judge how you do against somebody, because watching on TV and getting in there and doing it obviously are two remarkably different things. And in this case, when I watch Sam Hyde's fight, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'd go in there and spar with Sam Hyde. I'd do all right. But then you get in there with the guy and maybe you go, you know what? It's a little deceptive. On one thing that it's hard to judge on TV is speed. Everything on TV looks a lot slower and a lot easier than it actually is, where you get in with someone and you go, that first jab and you go, did not know that guy was that quick. Believe me, it's happened to me many times. Crank Nutterbutter says, problem is they want the attention from other men. Not all of them are like that, but most girls will cheat on you. No question. I don't know. The OnlyFans thing, it is weird. I think that's the part that I would have an issue with, is that your whole thing is you're trying to get more attention and more money than from other men. And that to me is odd. That to me, I don't like. It makes me feel really uncomfortable. People can call that insecurity, but why would you get married to someone, or why would you start exclusively dating someone if you were okay with them being with other people? The whole being in a relationship with them already means you're not okay with them being with other people. So the OnlyFans thing, guys being on, new age feminists, a.k.a. OnlyFans chicks, are now trying to do this end around where they paint it as, oh, a man's just jealous that I get my own money. No, your guy's jealous because you're performing for other men, and in many ways, things you wouldn't do for him. And so to me, if she's out there doing things that she wouldn't do for you, oh, but there's a computer screen separating us, so it's okay. I mean, it's the same reason I'd have a bigger issue dating or marrying someone who was in the porn industry. I mean, that one, you're actually fucking somebody. No, thank you. So, but with Idubbz, it's different because you're sitting there swearing to God that you're not sensitive about the OnlyFans thing when you should be. That should be something you're sensitive about. That should be something you're trying to work to get over. But you say, I'm not sensitive about the OnlyFans thing. But then every time someone ends up bringing up the OnlyFans thing, you kick them off your event, you want them gone, you shit on them, everything else. So it's kind of a mixed message. All right, we're going to get an update here, and then we're going to catch up with the chat. What's going on?
Just a lot of muscle spasms in the lower half of my body, which sometimes makes different parts of me that maybe people don't want have go off right next to them.
Okay.
So,
are we better?
Yeah, or at least empty.
Well, there you go. Empty is good. Empty feels nice.
Empty's good. If I start sweating profusely, it's just because there's muscles in my body that are acting weird, and that's why if people are like, what's going on with Johnny? Like, there's no stopping it. It's just going to happen.
So
I'm getting a workout from the waist down.
So good news. Yeah, see, I talked about, skipping leg day and all that. So good news, you didn't shit your pants.
No.
That's great. See, now, the way I look at this whole thing, this was all a win.
Yeah, especially for you. If I had waited like 30 seconds longer.
Yeah. Although somebody says, yeah, all this is happening right after Aaron telling Johnny his MS isn't that bad. I don't know if I said it wasn't that bad.
I feel like God's trying to punish you through me. That's not fair. Like, his MS isn't that bad. I'll make him shit his pants right next to you.
Yeah, that was kind of, I tempted God.
Yeah. Oh, well.
In that one.
I've been doing it for years. He hates me.
Exactly. Turtle says, the moment a girl asks you to be on OnlyFans with them, get your money on that stream, but get out immediately. I made $5K once. It's not sustainable. Wait, you fucked your OnlyFans chick
on stream?
On the thing? I don't know, man. I couldn't do I couldn't be with someone who had an OnlyFans.
See, I could be with someone who had an OnlyFans, but like you said, if they're doing stuff for them that they're not doing for you, now we've got a problem.
April brought me tea. Thank you very much.
Like, if she's banging two black guys for people on the stream, but she won't do it for you.
She won't bang two black guys for you. Oh, man. I guess it wouldn't help to tell them I'm not into cuckoldry. Neither are they. You have to be human first. They don't qualify. Yeah, I couldn't do the OnlyFans thing. Call me jealous. Call me old-fashioned. I don't like my girls sticking anything in them for anyone else. I'm just Don Draper that way, I guess. What can I tell you? People are saying evacuation success.
Yeah, there we go.
I'd check anyways. Aaron says can't do Adrian. No, you know what? I'm gonna take him on faith on that one. I'm gonna take Johnny at his word.
Show me your shorts.
I'm using Socialist Media. Says Mandy Rose made over $1 million in a month. Yeah, there was a wrestler that WWE had to let go because she was doing an OnlyFans. It wasn't OnlyFans, but it was an OnlyFans type service. She made $1 million a month, and I doubt she was making $12 million a year in pro wrestling.
And there's a lot less risk of injury.
Right.
I mean, some vaginal tearing maybe, but
there might be some tearing, but other than that, yeah. At least it's only one part of your body that can tear if you're doing OnlyFans. If it's wrestling, it's all of it. You know?
Ironically, though, quitting wrestling for OnlyFans doesn't prevent the prolapse rectum. It's just still going to happen.
You can still get that. Return Trip says the only thing more pathetic than creating OnlyFans content is paying for OnlyFans content. Well, I guess in that sense, yeah, you're not, if you're making the money, that's probably the better end of it. I mean, porn is free. I never understood OnlyFans. I guess you feel like a more personal connection.
I don't know. I just, as someone with an active imagination and a hand, I'm like, why do I need porn? I can just kind of come up with something. You know?
Wow, look at you, fucking the artistic jerk.
What can I say? I'm good at. I'm a natural one-hander commander. Like I work it out really well.
The artistic wanker. He just thinks of all of it himself.
I'm like Picasso with my penis. I paint a picture.
Your dick has the reality stone. And you just project.
It's like a boa playing with his penis when he's nervous.
Balls and Wiener says, if I had a Pringles can for a pipe, that might influence my decision to be on camera. All right. Citizen M says, I don't like my girl sticking anything in her for someone else. April should have taken the jab for Fauci. It's very funny, Citizen M. Salvatore says, by the way, some people are still on Hogan here. We tangentially connected this to pro wrestling, so it kind of works. He says, by the way, just because Hogan did one arm wringer in Japan doesn't exactly make him Billy Robinson. I know, but he could work.
Saying the guy got it done, all right?
The reason he didn't do it here is because he knew what the fans wanted from him, and that was punch, big boot, leg drop, Hulk up. Done. Why put your body at risk if you can just make all your money doing that? Jake says you can find the OnlyFans content for free. Just got to dig a bit. I don't know. There's something about bootlegging OnlyFans that makes me feel creepier than the people paying for OnlyFans.
Yeah, now it's just like, oh, wait a minute. So you're such a piece of shit. You won't even pay for this content? You're like, nah, I want to see your tits for free.
That chick worked that double-sided dildo like a champ, and you're not even going to give her the $5 for it? You piece of shit. Who is the biggest thing on OnlyFans? Is it still the Catch Me Outside girl?
I have no idea. I don't do OnlyFans.
Here, biggest OnlyFans creators. Sonia. Oh, wow. I don't know any of these people. Oh, wait. No, I know a couple of them. All right. Sonia Morgan, an American television personality, socialite, and philanthropist. Mia Khalifa. Okay, of course. Wait a minute. Isn't she the one that says porn is awful, porn is gay, porn is shit, don't do porn, porn sucks? I'm guessing she's not playing chess on that OnlyFans.
She's at least putting her tits out.
Right. Oh, you know, porn is awful and nudity and all that. Okay. I mean, she's got big tits. Monetize them. She's the one I like the least out of all these ex-porn stars that got famous because she shits on the porn industry.
She snubs her nose at it like she's too good for it. Like, dude, that's how you got here.
Yeah, and she still semi-does it. She's just in charge of it. She didn't like the business part where they put papers in front of her and she didn't fucking read them first.
And she signed them because she's dumb.
Right.
And she figured, oh, they're just going to pay me a lot of money. Why would anyone screw me over?
Well, then they did millions of views on Pornhub and they didn't give me any extra money. Well, if they only did 500 views on Pornhub, would you be okay with them taking your money from you? No, you signed a deal that you accepted a flat rate up front. They took the risk. They took the investment. They paid for all the production.
And you took the dick.
Do you enjoy it?
What?
The dick. Not you. No, I don't mean like you personally.
I love the dick.
No. I mean like a porn's like there's got to be some of them who enjoy it.
I imagine you have to at least enjoy it a little.
And then there's got to be some where they're like, God damn it, this fucking job.
Just whistle while you work.
And they yelled to the director, from where? Be specific. I don't understand. Some people saying Bella Thorne does really well on OnlyFans. Yeah, the list I saw, Mia Khalifa was in there.
OnlyFans doesn't have to be pornographic content. I mean, you can do whatever content you want.
Well, that's what sucks, because like there's chefs on there that make a lot of money, like doing cooking videos on OnlyFans. So imagine you tell your family, you're like, oh yeah, I make a lot of money. I have an OnlyFans page. And they're like, oh God, OnlyFans. Oh my God, why are you doing that? Like, it's like telling them you're in porn. It's like for some people, that's like a death in the family.
Right.
So you tell them you're doing OnlyFans, you make a lot of money, and they're all ashamed. And then you're like, no, I'm a chef. I cook. Oh, and they're like, oh, yeah, sure, cook with dick. You're like, no, I swear, watch one of my...
The naked chef.
Right. And then you try to convince them. You're like, here, watch one of my videos. I'm not going to sully myself with dirty OnlyFans content.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, so what are the odds you can like hook up me and Mia Khalifa just once? That's all I'm looking for.
We don't know each other. We're all contractors. Yeah, sure.
Right. Tell her it's a fucking like charity gig or whatever. She's helping a handicapped person.
April says, I think you probably start out enjoying porn. That might change. Not when you don't have a say in the dicks you take. I feel like if they're just throwing you monsters one after the other, you're starting to get really fucking tired of it. Like they just start throwing you fucking giant Pringle can cocks and you're like, all right, I hurt. This doesn't feel good because
I still have to go home to a ring finger. All right.
You understand? You don't just fuck a guy and then you're done. You shoot many, many scenes in a day.
Different angles.
You're getting hammered. Like it's, you know what? Now that I'm explaining it, you don't like it. It's a fucking job. You're getting blown out.
Yeah, but shouldn't you do something you love, or at least love something you do?
But doesn't it ruin the thing you loved then?
Yeah, I don't know. I still like
think
comedy.
Once you get to your fourth blow bang of the day, it's probably starting to wear on you a little bit.
But I look. That's kind of the punishment you took. Like I enjoy
It certainly is.
That's like my masochistic thing that I like about it. Like knowing, like, oh, you probably regretted this after, didn't you? Like that, because I just like to hate watch. Just. Oh, look at all that dick. Oh, who's gonna feel like a whore in 5 minutes?
I'm using Socialist Media with another $20. Thank you very much, buddy. Cantu says, LOL, it's so funny stumbling upon a gaming streamer on Pornhub. See, that would be funny. Then you jack off anyway.
Yeah.
I love Super Mario Brothers 2. Nobody ever plays it because Luigi's got those spindly legs.
Get those rings, Sonic. Get those rings, Sonic. Get those rings.
Dirty hedgehog. Oh, yeah, you swallow them all, you whore.
I got a blue Chaos Emerald in my balls.